Welcome back, everybody, to the Daily Show where we discuss and do technical analysis for big mega cap stocks. So show your support by hitting that thumbs up button, and that is greatly appreciated. And if you're new here, consider subscribing, and that means a lot to me. Now, if you want to get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, my analysis in 3 days of live trading, definitely check out the Patreon, and that link will be down below in the description. And now let's get right into it, guys. And I want to show you guys this, and if you want to take a screenshot, go ahead and do that. And look at this, guys, what we got next week. We got a jam-packed week, and you can see it right here. Big names like Pfizer, GM, UPS reporting earnings on Tuesday morning, and the biggest ones are yet to come. And you can see Microsoft, AMD, Google reporting earnings right after the bell on Tuesday. So there's going to be lots of volatility in the market. And look at right here, another big name, Boeing, also reporting earnings, and this thing is extremely oversold. And on top of that, we have earnings on Wednesday morning. Now look at right here, QCOM also reporting earnings right after the bell on Wednesday. And then we got the biggest names, Apple definitely on top, reporting earnings right after the bell on Thursday. And then we got Amazon also at that same time, Meta. So this week, I mean, it's going to be really crazy here in this market. And then on top of that, on Friday morning, we got ExxonMobil and Chevron, two big companies also reporting earnings. So you want to have this earnings chart right here, and you want to go through it definitely before going into Monday's trading session, guys. We got a big week ahead. On Tesla stock, it's up 0.34%, so we saw a bit of a bounce here on Tesla up to 186.78, and that was it Friday. This thing came back and pretty much flat on the day. But also keep that in mind, Tesla holding and respecting 180 as a support down here. And if this 180 support gives up, I think what's going to happen, you're going to see a bigger dump off all the way down to this gap, 162.95. Now Tesla already getting extremely oversold. RSI down to what, 17, 18 on the daily chart. If we get a bounce next week, and it's overdue, I would say, watch out for the resistance at right here, 194 and then 200. Tesla can break above 200. That is going to be a reversal, and you know that how Tesla moves. Look at this. Gap up and go, gap up and go. And this thing continued from right here, 194 up to, look at this high, guys, 265. So Tesla in a quick time can move $40-50. So do not count Tesla out. And I think this is actually a great opportunity if you're going long. I got a bunch of shares, and I'm going to hold at least a couple months until this thing, gets up to at least 240 or 250. Then I'm going to start selling my shares because I need to make really good money on this dip here on Tesla. So next week we got FOMC, big earnings from Amazon, Google, Apple, and all that, Meta. Tesla can definitely move. So watch out for the support 180, and to the upside, it needs to get above 194, 200, and then we could possibly see Tesla filling this gap at 206.77, and then we also have strong resistance right here at 212. And here's my X account, and if you're on there, definitely give me a follow, and I do post a lot of things, including plays like this. Now, talk about joining the Patreon and what's in it, and is it actually worth it? You guys be the judge, and look at this play. I mean, name someone out there can do this before opening. Look at this, guys. AMD, buy area, 174, 173. Call strike 180. Go for 0DT, which is today's expiration, Friday. SL, stop loss 30%. Now, soon as market opened, what happened? 9:30, AMD dropped down to 174, pretty much exactly. Got calls for only 36 cents. And look at this. And I didn't even hold up until AMD got up to 180. Look at this. From 36 cents, 85 cents. Is that a good play? Are you making money? And this is not the only play we actually took on Friday. Coin shorting at 127, 128, 125 puts. That one also came down to 122, and that was also same day expiration, and that thing went through the roof also, over 100%. Now, if you want to get all these trade ideas, and starting next month, this is gonna be the tiers I have right here, and you can pick one. This is not actually a tier. You can see, so just ignore that, but it will be basic daily trade ideas. You only get daily trade ideas on this tier right here, and then starting next month, Premium Plus, that is where you're going to get live trading, swing trading, and a lot more. You can go on my Patreon and check out all the benefits. And if you want to support the channel, check out that Patreon link down below in the description. On AMD, it's down 1.71%, and you guys saw that play. And that's how you catch a nice play on Friday, same day expiration, and you can make 400-500% easily, and you're not taking a lot of risk. Now, if you look at my screen, AMD opened at 175.29, and right at opening, within maybe 10 seconds, dropped down to 174. Immediately, I got those calls 180, and you can see, exploded, guys. I did not sell here at 180 or even 181. If I was waiting actually all the way up to 180, 181, and you cannot do that because it's same day expiration. If it goes against you, you're gonna lose profit and possibly, even your own money that you got in here on AMD. So I took my profit, and this thing ran up to, I think, 500%. That was a massive trade on AMD. And you can see why I took that trade, and why you can also, trade, a name like AMD, especially on a pullback. I'm not talking about going long, just a day trade, guys. So do not get confused and, start buying AMD at 174, 180, because this thing is extremely overbought. Now for a day trade, you can see it was a nice setup. 5-day moving average, 174 exactly. And previous rejection right here also at 174 to 175. So this was the zone to get in. And you can see immediately this thing bounced. Within, I think, 1 hour, it was trading at 181. And now trading at 177.25, down on the day. So what's next week? Definitely this is going to be a key level to watch, and I think AMD wants to come down and fill this gap right here at 169.63. So watch out, AMD breaks below 174, you're going to see a dump off down to this gap just under 170, and then we also have strong support down here at 164. To the upside, as long as AMD can hold right here between 175 to 174 above 5-day moving average, we could see another move back up to the upside all the way up to 184 again, and possibly another fresh new all-time high. On Meta, it's kind of a flat day, only up 0.24%, and you can see we got a doji indecision candle, even though we got a new fresh all-time high. We got a doji here on Meta before earnings next week. So what's it gonna be here on Meta? On a pullback, watch out for 389 as a support right here, 390 to 389, 5-day moving average, and below that, previous all-time highs, and that's gonna be a strong support, 384. And then we also have support down here, this gap, 377. To the upside, Meta can continue above 389 to 390. Then watch out for the next stop, and that is at 400. On Google stock, it's up 0.10%, absolutely flat on the day. And Google got up to 154.76 on Thursday, and pretty much getting up to that same level on Friday. And then we saw a bit of a pullback. And why? Because this thing is getting far too overextended to the upside. So we could see a pullback before earnings. And you can see also 5-day moving average right here sitting at close to 151, and the stock itself trading at 154 almost. So going into Monday's session on Google, watch out for the support down here, 150.83, or I would say 151, and below that, watch out for this gap, 148.86, and that's gonna be a strong support on Google. With earnings, if this thing actually pushes, then watch out for the resistance at 155, and then possibly going all the way up to 160. On Apple, stock is down 0.90%, and just like I said in my video on Wednesday night and Thursday night, that we could see a pullback down to this gap and Apple might be reversing from here. And you can see clearly Apple came down to this gap right here at 192, and this thing now holding 192 as a support into closing. So going into next week, we also have the biggest earnings from Apple, guys. Watch out, 192, that's going to be a strong support, and just below that right here, 190, also aligned with this 50-day moving average. And then we also have support down here, 20-day moving average, 188, and then we could see a quick flash down to 185, and then this gap, 183. To the upside, Apple can hold 192, then watch out for a move back up to 194, 195, and then 198. On Netflix, it's up 1.50%, and this thing pushing and pushing, and you can see it, guys. I mean, this cannot get any better. Look at this. I said it before also. This thing crosses above 564. You're going to see a move up to 600, and look at this pump. And this thing cannot go any far, and that is why we saw a bit of a pullback, but it's still green on the day Friday. Look at this pump all the way up to almost 580, and I think very soon you're going to see 588 and then 600 on Netflix. Now next week we get some sort of a pullback here, a back test down here, 564. That's gonna be a support to watch, and below that watch out for upper Bollinger Band sitting at 552. But if this thing actually can hold 564, the next stop right here at 588 and then 600. On Microsoft, it's down 0.23%, so kind of a flat day on Microsoft. But if you look at my screen, before earnings next week, 5-day moving average now moving up close to 402. So that's going to be a support to watch on Monday morning. And below that, we got this gap slightly under 400. That's going to be another support. And then watch out for 394 and then this gap down here, 390. Now to the upside, blue sky above. Anything above 400, Microsoft still bullish, and we could see a move and a fresh new all-time high all the way up to 410 to even 411 right here. And that's how much this Bollinger Band expanded right now, up to 411.11, guys. On Nvidia, stock is down 0.95%, and this was another play, and I did not play Nvidia. But if you look at my screen, same thing, just like AMD. In the morning, opened at 609.60, immediately dropped down to 605. And on Friday in the morning, 5-day moving average was sitting actually at 605 and now moved up. All day this thing was moving up, now sitting at 607. So immediately we saw that dip buying on Nvidia, and look at the move from 605 ran up to almost 618. So anybody caught this move off of this 5-day moving average, you made probably 700 to 800% on Nvidia on Friday. So going into next week on Nvidia stock, support to watch right here between 607 and 608. Below that, watch out for this gap just under 600. And this is going to be a strong support to watch, because Nvidia breaks below 600, you're going to see it drop down to 576 and possibly at some point all the way down to 546. Now to the upside, as long as Nvidia can hold 5-day moving average right here, 607 right now, you're going to see Nvidia going back up to this high, 628.49, and soon as that breaks, the next stop, 644, and you can see this Bollinger Band on top expanding rapidly up to 644 right now. So we could even see 650 on Nvidia if this thing can hold, especially above 5-day moving average right here, now sitting at 607. On Amazon, stock is up 0.87%, and Amazon, we talked about it before in my video so many times. on this rejection that 155 breaks even right here, and then so many times right here in my video that watch out anytime Amazon takes out 155, holds 155 as a support, you're going to see massive explosion to the upside. And this is exactly what we're seeing right now on Amazon, getting up to almost 161 above this price target and the resistance right here 160, getting rejection and now trading at 159. We also have big earnings from Amazon this week. So going into Monday's session on Amazon, on a pullback, you want to watch 157 5-day moving average. That's going to be a strong support. And below that, watch out for 155, and that would be finally, possibly, I mean, we could see 155. That would be a retest of this range breakout on Amazon. But if this thing pushes and breaks above 160, you're going to see 163 and then 167 on Amazon. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching.